The first assassination to take place in the 1960s was that of President John F. Kennedy. Kennedy was the 35th President of the United States, from January of 1961 up until his assassination, which occurred on November 22, 1963. Kennedy is most known for his domestic program known as the New Frontier, but many other things happened during his presidency, like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Bay of Pigs invasion, and the establishment of the Peace Corps. During his campaign in Texas, he was riding in a motorcade through Dallas. People were lined up excited to see the president, but as they passed the Texas School Book Depository, the president was shot in the neck and the head. The car the president was riding in sped off to Parkland Memorial Hospital, but nothing could be done for the president. The shooter was Lee Harvey Oswald. He was later held by police as a suspect. 2 days later, Oswald was being transferred from police headquarters to the county jail. However, on the way there, a man walked up to Oswald with a pistol and shot him at point-blank range.
He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
Now, from another camera, the motion is slowed. The murderer moves in, and here is the shame of all America as Jack Rubenstein takes the law unto himself. The dying Oswald is rushed to the same hospital where President Kennedy died. Doctors work to save his life. But 48 hours and 7 minutes after the president's death, his accused slayer is dead.
The man was later identified as Jack Ruby, a local nightclub owner. The whole event was captured live on television. Oswald died 2 hours later at Parkland Hospital, the same hospital JFK was rushed to after being assassinated. The second assassination occurred on April 4th, 1968. This was the day that civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed on his motel balcony. Martin Luther King Jr. was responsible for many great achievements in the civil rights movement. He led the Montgomery bus boycott and was the first president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. He also helped organize the March on Washington, where he delivered his I Have a Dream speech. King was standing outside of his motel room on the balcony speaking to someone when he was struck once in the cheek by a bullet fired from a rifle. The killer was quickly identified as James Earl Ray, which set off a manhunt that lasted for over 2 months and covered 5 countries. Finally, on June 19, 1968, the FBI caught Ray in London. He pleaded guilty to the murder and was sentenced to 99 years in prison.
We need equal rights for black people.
The final assassination we will be covering is the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy. Kennedy was a United States Senator and the brother of President John F. Kennedy. Robert was campaigning to become President of the United States in 1968. After winning the California and South Dakota primary elections for the Democratic nomination, Kennedy was shot while exiting through a hotel kitchen. He died 26 hours later. The shooter was a 24-year-old Palestinian immigrant named Sirhan Sirhan. He walked up to Kennedy outside of the kitchen and fatally shot him with a .22 revolver at point-blank range.